wait for people to share it. Oh, while waiting, you guys can share it na rin. Can you guys see the comments, by the way?
No, I can't.
Oh, hold on. Let me fix that.
Ayan na yung mga comments.
What about now? Can you guys see the comments?
Ayun na naman. Mine.
Alan Nivino.
Talaga.
All right. Give me a few minutes so that I can share it on Twitter, on everything else. Hold on.
Diyos ko tong mga batang ito.
Mga regular fans. Pray ka na ba?
Ayan, check attendance. Si Pray. Daniela.
Nag-pray ka na ba?
Sa YouTube. Minus si Soren.
Sa'yo na.
Okay. Sorry sa aso. Sorry.
We are live on Twitter. If you guys want, you guys can share it now or retweet it.
Okay.
Sige.
Thank you sa representative si Kay Asko.
So 24 na lang yung kulang.
Or po, hanap namin. Uy, ang saya na sa Twitter tayo.
Yes,
Uy,
we are on Twitter.
galing.
Wait,
Pwede pala
Nasaan na?
At Walwal Sesh Pod.
Diba, hindi niya alam yung sarili namin account.
At Walwal Sesh Pod.
Hindi kasi pinapalo nyo. Hindi kasi pinapalo.
Oy, pinapalo ka sa.
We're also live on Doc Gia's Facebook page.
Max.
Diba, masarili page.
So wait, doon tayo sa greetings, no? Ay, po talaga.
Yeah. Okay, can we start?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Let's start in 3, 2, 1.
Hello, guys.
Hello.
Hello, everything.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, guys. Good evening. Welcome to Walwal Sesh podcast. Podcast ng mga sawi. And meron tayong special guests for tonight.
Yes.
And we're gonna have
naman nila, no?
Kaya
Parang hindi na sa bahay, parang may gimmick tonight.
Bakit kayo ganyan? Jam.
Kasi,
So we're good.
when we were doing the pre-prod, sabi ni Doc G, miss na niya makeup ko. So sabi niya, so basically sinasabi niya pangit. So ayan na.
Grabe siya.
Ganyan talaga si Doc G. Ganyan talaga.
kahit kami ginaganyan niya. Sama na ugali.
So welcome to Walwal Sesh podcast, and we'll be joined by the LOKAS. Yan, sila yung new podcast sa podcast network.
Yes.
Thank you.
Support ko sila, guys. Support.
Welcome
So,
to
from May Bautista,
TNA.
hi. Jam, hi daw. I love you from May Bautista. So, happy Saturday, guys, from Alan Nivino. Okay. So,
Talagang pinangalan na.
Kasi may tanggalan pa ng sandoy ng lalaman. Ito si Prey talaga.
Wait.
Wala.
Walwalers,
Walang
may bisita
pasando.
tayo. Bawal po tayo
Oo.
magkalat. So, walang
Yes,
pasando.
let's be nice, no? Let's be nice.
Let's be
Okay,
safe.
so, start na tayo. So, paano tayo magsa-start?
Teka. So, bakit nga ba tayo sinasamahan ng ating mga bagong kapodcast? Ayan. Pag na ibang network.
Kasi, very supportive ang Podcast Network Asia. And of course,
Yes.
we're here to collaborate. Basta lahat yan. We're one big family. So don't forget also to listen to the podcast of Jam and Dapsky on LOKAS.
So, kilalanin naman muna natin sila. Di ba?
Oo.
Annyeong.
So,
Ano?
sex or chocolates? Ganun na. Ano? Cool pals pala yun. Cool pals pala yun, cool pals.
Wrong guess.
Ibang guest pala.
Pero sige, let's get to know them first. Jam, what is love? Jam, for you.
Grabe! Ha? Kung hindi ka dyan na.
Jam, hindi ang tanungan namin sa Walwal Sesh. What is love for Jam? Tapos next si Jam.
Love?
Next si Daps.
Oh, I have a quote. Ganyan yung quote.
Ayan.
Love is love, that which is unlovable. G.K. Chesterton.
Tweet ko yan.
Ayo?
Tweet ko yan. Ang ganda. Ang ganda. How about Daps? Daps,
Yes.
what is love for you?
Oh, crap. Love
Oh, crap.
is... Oh, crap. Love is a whole bunch of crap, good and bad. And I guess, yeah, loving the unlovable. I'm just gonna steal Jam's answer kasi wala akong maisip.
Ang ganda nun, no? Loving the
maganda
unlovable.
yun.
Ganda kaya? Oh,
Thanks.
diba?
Tama yun. Kasi,
That's my girl.
yung mga natin, friends from the other side, no, from the Cool Pals, thank you sa mga pinadala nila James sa atin kasi may attendance check pa lang sila, no?
Nasa 2
So,
of 25.
2 over 25 pa lang. So, may kulang pa
kayong
23.
dalawa, pakinggan nyo na rin yung podcast nila.
Yes.
Yes.
Papasa namin yung dalawa sa inyo sa
Pasahan
local
tayo
slot.
dito, di ba?
Yes.
Okay. So, Jam, Daps, meron ba kayong burning questions? Let's start with you guys. Ay, tell us more pala about your podcast. Yan. Tell us more about the locals.
Jamie, you want to do this? Or like...
So, Local LOKAS is basically a show told from the perspective of two 20, 30 somethings with a little something. Ganon. It's basically the acknowledgement of everything that's crazy here, but like with a side dish of fun. And actually, this is complete BS. Ginagawa ko lang siya as we go on. Wala kasi kaming script.
Wala
Okay
talaga.
lang yun tayo. Hindi,
Pareho tayo. Kami din.
We're here today because Dapsky and I wanted to help raise money for Frontline Feeders PH. Thank you guys also on behalf of Podcast Network Asia and #Podcast United. So it's a campaign, and what everyone's trying to do is raise funds to help provide meals for medical center frontliners through, again, Frontline Feeders PH. Obviously, everyone has been very, very affected about COVID-19, but I think one way that we can all help without having to place ourselves in the line of fire, without having to, include other people who might be affected, is by helping to feed the people who are in the line of fire, diba?
Yes.
That's
Right.
true. And
That's
thank
right.
you.
So
I
if
think
you guys
actually,
want to...
Oh, yeah.
Yes. If you guys want to make donations, you can donate by going to pymy.co/PNA United. And then on the application itself, you can select kung magkano ang gusto nyong i-donate, from a minimum of 50 pesos to a maximum of 10,000 pesos. Just add the amount to the basket and click checkout. And then if you don't have Paymaya, pwede pa rin naman mag-donate using your credit or debit card.
Okay. Ganda naman ang voice ni Jam at saka ni Daps.
Ayoko na magsalita. Gusto ko na lang makinig.
Alam mo, kayo na lang.
Kayo na lang muna pa ng show namin tonight.
Alam mo yan si Jam. Yan.
Yan.
Mali.
Hindi. Yan.
Yeah. Jam and I, trivia lang ha, Jam and I go a long, long way sa Magic 89.9. So,
DJ ka din ba
ano
doon,
yan?
Doc?
Yes! I'm part of the family, pero Jam, your show is at every day, 10 p.m., di ba? After Boys Night Out. Si Jam na. And Street beat pa yun.
Not the
Ayan, nabubuko na.
baka ibang ano yun baka ibang station.
Street team. Ayun, street team. Ayan, nawala si Jam.
Ala. But yun, add ko lang, trivia lang. Because I also met Jam way, teka lang, wait, baka malaglag ko si Jam. But,
Okay lang.
I met her way back as well sa Magic then. Because about years ago, we joined the JJ, the Junior Jock program for Magic together.
Yun.
Yes, 30 once more and again forever. But yun, she decided to pursue it. Ako, corporate drone, nasaksakan ng boring. Pero okay lang din.
So, hanggang sila na lang mag-host.
Kaya nga,
Daps, ikaw ka kayo na, Daps kayo na.
Ganda ng boses. Kayo na bahala sa sulat. Kayo na magdala.
Welcome to Philippine Airlines.
Uy, kilala ko rin yun!
Oh my God.
Diba? May video na si-circulate sa social media. Yung nag-voice over sila sa mga...
Yeah, that's Enka.
Ganda ng voice talaga. Pero wait may mga nagpapa-shoutout yung ate. Si Ron Debu.
Kupalers are here. Hello, Kupalers.
Kupalers are here. Alvin Calvo, hello.
Ano ba yung nasa hair mo, Sir Ren? Sabi ni Daniela, may pag-greasy hair ka daw.
Hindi kasi nag-record ako ng online courses kanina, so I had to look formal. So medyo ako.
Ano ba yan? Pomada, hairspray, ano ba yan?
Pomada. Go.
Oo, kasi ang hot daw, sabi ni Daniela. Sabi niya. Oo, hot daw.
Wala akong tayong maligo kanina. Anyway.
So Jam, Daps, I believe you have questions.
Yeah. Actually,
yung burning questions natin are coming from Jam and Dapsky tonight.
Yes.
Parang may ambag kami, diba?
Actually, pinabahala talaga eh.
Okay, game. Ay, meron
Okay,
dito tayo sa... Go ahead.
So the questions that we have today were actually sent in before using the hashtag burning questions. And so there were a number that were compiled by one of the show's producers, si Ryan, pa-shout out kasi nandiyan siya. Yan.
Right.
And they're very interesting actually. Dapsky and I were talking about them kanina. Sabi ko sa kanya, buti lang tayo lang yung magtatanong, hindi tayo yung sasagot.
So, ang hirap eh.
Mamaya, kayo yung sasagot.
Patay.
Bakit yan? Right.
Ay, hindi kami na-brief doon
Mag-Robin tayo.
Ryan.
Mag-Robin tayo.
Okay.
Okay.
One of the questions was from somebody called @overthink_girl. So, bale, relate na ako agad. Yung question niya was, I look up to a boy whom I know is torpe. So, matangkad siya kasi I look up to. Yan. How do you think I know that I really like him, but if I tell him my feelings, actually, hindi ko naintindihan yung question niya. Does that make me less of a woman? Yun, parang like, how do you tell somebody who's torpe your feelings?
Parang yung sinasabi, oo. Diba? Diba?
Ano talaga? Ano dito?
Wala pa naman.
Yeah, kasi diba, parang yung I got dun sa parang less of a woman. Kasi diba, parang there's this notion sa society na pag babae yung nagsabi ng emotions niya or ng feelings niya to another guy, hindi maganda, di ba? So, I think yun yung point ng question. So, does that make her less of a woman? What do you think?
No.
Ako
Not
no.
at all.
Ako no, yeah.
Progressive na dapat tayo.
True.
Kung if you like
more,
the person, lalo kung torpe siya, edi ikaw na yung wag magpaka-torpe, di ba? Be
Alam mo, may
truthful
point.
and how you feel.
May point.
Kasi naghihintayan kayo, di ba? Walang mangyayari kung maghihintayan kayo.
Tsaka bali mo, the feeling is mutual. Hindi happy. Pero if it's not mutual, again, dito papasok yung manager expectations. Also, when you say how you feel. Pero for me, it doesn't make you less of a woman. So, okay lang. I think, it has to be already open.
If I can add, like, I feel like if you are a girl, tapos ikaw na nga yung nag-confess doon sa lalaki na trip mo siya, 'di ba? Pogi niya. Wow.
Well, matangkad naman siya eh.
Pwede na. But if he says, if he thinks less of you, that speaks more of him than of you as a woman. Diba? Parang, and would you really want to be with that kind of guy? Yung ganon, diba? Parang, ay, wag na lang. Sige.
I agree, oo.
Toxic masculinity.
Masculinity, oo.
You know what? Yeah. And you never know, I suppose, kasi torpe nga siya, so you don't know how he feels. So, ano yan, magtititig na kayo?
Tama yan. That's true.
Sasakit yung leeg mo kasi nakaganong ka lang, di ba?
Kaka-stiff neck ka lang, di ba?
Oo.
Yung pag nag-propose ka, pag binasit ka, it's his loss.
True.
So at least may answer ka, di ba? At least hindi ka naaasa dun sa taong yun, di ba?
True.
Tama.
In your experience, Bino. Joke ka.
Gusto ko yan, Jack. Very good ka dyan.
Grabe.
Next question na nga, next question.
Hindi, Bino, sa'yo daw eh.
Not a friend.
Actually, hydrate pag may time. The next question is related to the first question. It comes from Dennis Tolentino. And his question is, what's your take on ligaw culture? Is it still applicable? Anyone? Sir Renz?
On what?
On ligaw culture.
Ligaw! Shit!
Or
Lugaw.
Ligaw din.
Nakakakilig yung ligawan talaga.
But the follow-up question is, applicable pa rin ba siya?
I think it depends. Kasi may mga tao,
diba, gusto nila yung nililigawan pa din sila.
Yung ibang tao naman gusto nila go na agad.
Huwag na magligawan, diretso na.
Pero there's nothing wrong. For me, it's still it's nice kasi parang, parang may effort or something. There's nothing wrong with the legal culture. In fact, nakakamiss siya in this world na, you can easily, na ma-easy na. Basta.
Although I think, nagbago na lang siguro yung concept ng ligaw ngayon. Hindi na siyempre kagaya nung dati na may harana, gano'n. May flowers sa bintana, gano'n. I think meron pa rin naman.
May pasibak ng kahoy.
Pasibak. Pero meron pa naman, but I think iba na lang siguro natin siya ginagawa yung ligawan. Kasi di ba ngayon, pwedeng nasa, sending messages or video calls, mga gano'n. I think pwede mo pa rin namang sabihin ligaw yun eh.
Yeah.
Kaya mag-send ka ng meme or virtual card na.
Yun, di ba yung memes? Yung
na huggies.
Tinuturuan kami lumande, Grabe.
Mag-send ka ng mga pictures.
So,
Flowers.
Ngayon.
I feel like there are certain aspects of legal culture that are definitely romantic. But there's one na parang, what's the word for it? Pamanhikan?
Yeah.
Yung talking
Yeah,
to parents.
Where you ask for permission from the parents of whoever you're making ligaw, ganon. And personally, while I feel like it's interesting, it's definitely a sign of respect. I think it's important to differentiate between asking for permission kasi you're not dating the family. So, it's more of a sign of respect than asking for permission. Diba? Kasi you're asking the person who you like to like you, but not the family.
Yeah.
Di ba yun?
Yes.
Totoo yan.
Di saka malalaman mo kapag pure yung intentions, di ba? Kapag, as in, lumapit talaga sa family mo, di ba?
Or pag pinakilala ka sa family.
True. Ito meron lang akong segue kasi may kasama ko to sa work. No? Shout out kay Peter Dumanig. May question siya,
Sir
better ba na bago mo sabihin yung feelings mo sa babae, kaibiganin mo muna? At totoo ba ang love at first sight? Yan.
Sila na sa sagot.
Ayan.
Okay,
Love
love at first sight.
Love at first sight? Jam.
Ano ba? Wala lang.
Sige,
Or may
sige, ako.
may experience ba kayo like na love at first sight?
Si Peter, sumastyle yan eh.
As far as love at first sight is concerned, it's very difficult for me because I'm a very cerebral person. I get really stuck in my head a lot. So,
Same.
like, diba? Parang, like, I like getting to know a person first. And this is, again, very personal. So if there's chemistry, if they're, if they're funny, especially, ayun, it doesn't really matter what the person looks like anymore. It's just, pero I recognize na may mga tao talaga na saksakan lang talaga na pinagpala ng Diyos, ng kagwapuhan or kagandahan or kung ano man yan. I mean, I cannot deny the fact that, looks are the first thing you see, but at the same time, I think I'm at a place now where I understand the difference between love and infatuation.
Yes.
What is the difference between love and infatuation? Yeah.
Oo.
Diba? Is that the question? Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, sabi ni Darcy. Ba't ka ba sinabi yun?
No, because if you're infatuated with someone, it's gonna be very intense, very passionate, very like it's bound to burn out. You know what I mean? It's like a fireworks display. It's like boom, 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 boom. Tapos pagkatapos nun, wala na, mausok na. Tapos wala na makita.
Grabe, Pino.
Mafik!
Binong iba yung boom 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 mo.
Wala. Inulit mo lang naman na.
Iba yung dating eh. Iba yung boom 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 mo.
Gusto ko na ilalagay mo ng tubig.
Akala ko cool pals ko, sorry.
Uy, Pino, lang natin.
Iba. So, guys, may naman nagpapa-shoutout kay, like, hi Gerald Montemayor. Yan. And hi to Bernard Abalos. Okay, let's hit it again. So, questions?
Okay, burning questions.
Actually, gusto ko rin balikan yung question nyo kanina, Doc. May nagsabi na parang, is it okay to make friends first? Ano yun? Parang sabi mo, parang like, is it okay to make friends first with somebody who you're interested in?
Yes,
Ganon?
parang friends muna before
Bago ligawan.
propose. Yes. Oo. Okay ba yun? Do you advise
Personally, it depends on your intention. Kasi I feel like there was a concept of friend zone na napauso in the past years. And I personally don't believe in the friend zone. Kasi if you're making friends with someone just for the purpose of, dating them, I think your intention is wrong. Because you're not entitled for somebody to like you. Hindi fair na sabihin mo, kinrenzo niya ako. Kasi sis, hindi naman niya responsibilidad na mahalin ka, diba? Like,
wait.
Aray!
Yes.
Teka. Hindi niya responsibilidad na mahalin ka.
Na-tweet ko na. Sorry, naunahan kita.
Sa show na to nag-aagawan kami ng quotes Tinitweet talaga namin.
Ganda doon.
Yung take na yun.
ay nako! Yeah, but yun, as for your other burning questions naman, they actually shift to some of the more pressing topics. Like for now, part of the reason that a lot of people are doing their podcasts from home and part of the reason na nakikisingit kami ni Dapsky sa podcast nyo. Thank you very much, by the way.
Thank you.
Uy, family tayo.
We're happy. We're very happy that you joined us.
It's because of, the current health issue. And there's one on the internet under #burning questions. Earl wanted to know, do you agree that health is a political issue?
Yes!
wait
Yes! Galit na galit.
Yes, health is political.
Yung APMC, sinabi ko talaga, yung APMC post na yan talaga, ha? Hindi kasi, di ba, ang sad na may mga health professionals, specifically doctors, med students, and other allied health professionals na naniniwala na health is not a political issue, na health is not political. But we must always remember na health is always political. Kasi di ba, yung mga health policies natin, saan ba nanggagaling? Sa government. Yung mga public hospitals natin, yung funds, saan ba nanggagaling? Siyempre sa government. So, maapektuhan
Triggered ako,
talaga.
triggered
Ng
ako
mga
talaga.
decision,
Triggered.
di ba? So, lahat apektado. Ayalin nyo nga yung health belief, yung mga health belief model.
Social
Diyos ko.
determinants
Social determinants of health. Diyos ko.
Wow.
That's true.
Come on.
Triggered ako.
Pinaiblad ako.
Vaccine. Wait, vaccine.
Triggered ako. Mag-mute muna.
Kalma.
Hindi kasi di ba you can't separate it eh. We have to come to think of it. Parang health should go beyond hospitals. Health should involve policies. Andiyan yung anong gagawin after ng pandemya? Paano naman yung iba na yung sobrang vulnerable sa sectors? Di ba? Hindi mo siya pwedeng ihiwalay. Personally, I don't like it pag sinabi mo, leave the health to politicians. Yun, parang, honestly, I get triggered pagka ganon. I think we have to get involved. Fine.
Yeah.
We're there to treat, pero we have to get involved socially. Kasi, yun yung root. We're all in this together na, tapos biglang kanya-kanya. So I think it's not leave it to the politicians. It's more of let's collectively address it. Alam mo, tatakbo na ako talaga. Triggered ako talaga sa naku.
Gia season 4 kagawad ng Green Hills.
Teka lang, hindi registered voter doon.
Hindi kasi 'di ba? Iniisip kasi ng iba na ang problema lang dapat ng doctors and ng mga other health professionals ay yung mga issues tungkol sa health. Which is hindi naman dapat gano'n, na dapat kahit yung mga issues ng ibang sector, dapat 'di ba? Dapat ginagamit pa din ng mga health professionals yung boses natin, 'di ba? Para ayun, wala akong masabi, nainis ako.
Trigger ako talaga ako.
Diba? It's recognizing that health is also intersectional with other issues, lalo na sa society. So, hindi mo pwedeng sabihin lang na, let's focus on the medical aspect of things, wherein some of those are actually affected din by what's happening in our society. Diba? I mean, hello, this pandemic highlighted the discrepancies and the gap between all of the people in different class sectors, diba?
Amen. Thank you.
And I think it's very important to listen to other people's opinions because no one person is omnipotent. So it's impossible for just one person
Agree.
what's happening on every level. So if you don't listen to each other, how are you going to know what's happening there? You know what I
Alam mo,
mean?
Yes.
alam mo,
Zoba? Zoba?
Yeah. Basta.
Galing.
Galit talaga ako.
Galing. Nagtanggal daw ng salamin, triggered daw siya.
And i-assert natin yung rights natin, 'di ba? Hanapin natin ano nang nangyayari sa mass testing. Yeah. 'Di ba? Kasi parang lalo lang tayo na problema kasi extend ng quarantine, pero ano ng plano? Kasi 'di ba, kung walang mass testing, kung walang ibang plano, walang silbi tong extension. Lalo lang tayo mababaon sa mga problema.
Forever tayong ma-extend unless we actually test. Kasi we won't know kung sino yung mga infected, di ba? Or sino yung meron ng sakit, di ba?
Yes.
Okay, so hi. So sabi ni Red Medina, sige. May party votes. Masakit dibdib ko doon.
Pahingi ng ng atenolol.
Tayo guys. Let's have some tea.
Cheers.
Bye.
Juice na naman yan.
Okay. Talaga nag-pause para uminom.
Yung kay Jam pitchel na talaga, no?
Gusto ko yung kay Jam, malamig pa. Medyo frosty pa yung pitchel.
Oo, tsaka Jam, gusto ko yung background mo, nakaka-refresh, flowers.
True.
I love it. And even Daps. Grabe.
Ganda ng view na.
Daps, napaka... Sabi ni Ben, Doc G as DOH Sec. Why not?
Oh, yes!
Why not?
Democratic process yun eh. Wala nang votation system dun eh.
Hi.
Secretary Gia season. Pak!
Pero,
ang ganda!
Pero, seriously guys,
Secretary of National Defense.
It's time to get involved because COVID is really a problem, not only for the health. It's everything, no? Hi to everything.
Oo.
Sige, mag-move on na tayo kasi
Hi,
Hi, everything. Hi,
I
everything.
love that.
Oo, di na.
Hi, everything. Ganda.
Oo.
hi
Sige.
to everything.
Actually, I'm not sure kung mati-trigger ba. Kasi ako feeling ko, it might be somewhat related to our previous topic that we're trying not to get triggered by. Sorry, may pusa. Okay.
Okay lang yan.
sa kanya pala yung narinig ko kanina pa.
Akala ko ringtone.
I have 6. I have 6 cats. Ganyan talaga. Okay, but anyway, this question is from Nichinita at Nichinita. Ang hirap. Kaya ka ta. I believe this is a question from Twitter. Okay, and the question is, what do you feel when you feel like your feelings... Nabulol ako din ah. Sorry, mali.
Let's go, Dapsky.
Okay. What to do when you feel like your feelings are invalidated by someone? Or you feel like, tinan mo?
High blood ka na naman ulit.
Or you feel like hindi ka pinapakinggan, but you're too emotionally exhausted to argue. So what do you do?
Tapa ka na lang.
Actually, Jam and I were talking about it kanina. Eddie, you're emotionally exhausted. Pagod na.
Then leave.
Ayaw na, leave. But I feel like if we were to relate it to the health as a political issue, as far as health being a political issue is concerned, this is something that you cannot be indifferent about anymore. I mean, we've spent so much time being indifferent about so many social issues. And now that we're faced with this pandemic, it's just, we can't ignore it anymore. Diba? Parang, so it really depends on the situation. If it's a bit more personal siguro, medyo, yun, if it's not gonna make you a better person or kung ikaka-stress mo lang at wala rin namang idudulot na mabuti, di let it go, like Elsa says. Tama ba si Elsa ba yun?
Si Elsa yun. Si Elsa, diba? Siya yung... Si Elsa, yung may power, no?
No queen.
Tinatanong ko yung anak ko. Kasi yung magkapatid sila sa show.
Baka ibang movie na panood mo. Baka ibang movie yun.
Pero, let's go back to the question, no? Partner, from for psychological perspective.
Kasi
paano kung emotionally exhausted ka na? Kasi that I think applicable yan sa mga relationships, sa career, sa lahat, friendship.
Sa family lahat,
so,
diba?
What to do kapag pagod na?
I think, yung lagi natin sinasabi pag pagod na, di ba? It's okay na magpahinga din, even in relationship. So, if the person is making you feel na parang invalid lahat ng emotions mo, or that it's like you're not being listened to, then maybe don't exert the effort na, or wag mo na ubusin palalo yung sarili mo to that person, di ba? Parang take a pause. Kung ayaw kang pakinggan, edi wag ka magsabi sa kanya, and then maybe focus on yourself, di ba? If they can't help you and you're emotionally exhausted, then maybe practice self-care, di ba? And see what you can do on your own. Baka hindi mo siya kailangan.
Be kind to yourself. Totoo yan.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
I-recommend mo yung Walwal Sesh saka yung yung
locals.
For sure.
Dun for sure papakinggan ka na din niya para matuto naman siya.
Ay, dali ng turo niya.
Simpleng hub.
Okay, wait.
Ano yan, Doc?
Okay.
Wala naman siya magawa.
Fingers.
Practice na naman siya.
Actually, So one of the questions is also related to this also. This one is from Jasper Torres. Obviously, everyone's emotions are running high. Ang dami nating mga nafe-feel ngayon dahil sa mga kababalaghan in the world and stuff. You know what I mean? But Jasper is asking, is it really true that all feelings are valid? For example, what if toxic na yung friend mo? Valid pa rin ba yung ginagawa niya? Also, how do you communicate na toxic na siya?
Okay, partner?
Sir Renz?
Bakit sa akin na naman?
Sir Renz?
Pero dun sa first na question na all feelings valid? The answer pa din would be yes, na all feelings are valid. Kahit na toxic yung friend mo, valid yung feelings niya. Ang hindi valid dun, yung ginagawa niya na nakaka-toxic. Okay? Magkaiba naman kasi yung nararamdaman ng person dun sa ginagawa niya, di ba? I mean, we get to the point that we all hurt at some point, and sometimes we don't really know that we're being toxic to other people. So, hayaan mo siyang express yung feelings niya, and then tell them nicely, politely, respectfully, na, yung ginagawa mo is actually not helping us din kasi nakaka-toxic ka na or nakakasakit ka na. And be honest as much as possible. Kasi kung dadaan mo lang yan sa pa-subtweet, ganyan, or mga parinig, di ba? I mean, it's not gonna help the person. Ayun.
Very, very true.
Paano kung hindi makinig? I mean, sinabi mo na toxic siya, pero walang change in behavior.
Alam mo, yun yung mahirap sa mga toxic people, di ba? They don't know that they're toxic. Na kahit anong sabihin mo sa kanila, hindi nila yan parang marirealize, di ba? So, ako tingin ko pa ganun, if you've said to them, sinabi mo na sa kanila na toxic ka, tapos wala pa din, bahala na sila, di ba? I mean, at least ikaw, as a friend, or whatever your relationship to the person is, ginawa mo yung part mo to make sure, diba? Para malaman nila at ma-realize nila yung na-toxic sila.
Mm-hmm.
You know, actually,
Sige, go ahead, John.
Actually, connecting to the last question, parang you mentioned that at a certain point, if you're emotionally exhausted, you have to acknowledge that you need to help yourself also.
Yes.
You can only educate another person until a certain point. After that, it's just energy, I feel. And while all feelings are definitely valid, not all actions are. Because your actions affect other people. So, yun na lang, sis.
Yes.
At hindi dapat ginagamiting justification na you're hurting kaya you're hurting other people, di ba? You don't have
May
the right
nangyari
to
sa past mo, di ba? May nangyari sa past mo. Naku!
Na naman ako.
Ay, nako!
Galit na galit tayo today, di ba?
I also feel like if your friend is being toxic and you really want to be a friend to them, then yeah, at some point you will have to tell them that their actions are no longer healthy for them, for you, for everyone else that they're involved with. But as that friend, it's also your choice on whether or not you want to give up on them or stay. And if you choose to stay, I feel like, and this is just in relation to like my toxic like experience. yes. Okay.
Ringtone ni Dapsky.
Kasi I mean, I think everyone can be toxic. Like ako, I know I've been toxic. Like I can be very toxic. But it's very important that if you choose to be there, it's important to understand that progress and self-care and self-work is not linear.
Yes,
that sometimes it fluctuates. Sometimes, you'll be in a good space. Sometimes you'll be in a bad space. But what's important is that you recognize your own patterns. Because if you don't, and you make excuses for yourself and you expect everyone else to adjust for you and to you, then it's gonna be like you're just gonna be stuck in that cycle and just this vicious cycle. Tapos mamaya mapapansin mo wala ka na friends. Mag-isa ka na lang. Diba?
We have sabi ni Byron Mendoza, recognize the feeling, don't trivialize what you're feeling, and advise them that talking about it all the time and not doing anything about it is not healthy.
True. Tama.
Wow. Good point. Wow. Yeah.
That's true. Thank you, bye.
I think as a friend,
Totoo.
Jasper, to the guy who said this kanina, is like, your responsibility as a friend is to point out that something is happening. But your it's not your responsibility to change your friend. Kasi that's impossible, you know.
Yes.
Totoo.
Ika nga ng internet, you know, toxic, no to toxic friendships, no to toxic energy, only toxic by Britney Spears.
Yes.
Kinanta namin yan.
Gusto ko yun.
Oo.
Gusto ko yan.
Sorry.
Naisingit eh.
Oo nga eh.
Go.
Okay.
Let's move
Yes.
on.
Yes, let's move
Let's
on.
move on.
Alright, hindi na ilang Doc G.
All right. I think it's time for us to move on to our next question. And this one is from Gabriel Carandang. Change of pace naman. Ay. Sino inspiration nyo when you guys were still in college or med school? How are you able to achieve your dream career?
Ay, ako, Gia season.
Ako din, Gia season.
Grabe. As in bata pa lang ako, preschool pa lang ako, idol ko na Gia
Bago ka,
season.
Bino.
Yung elementary kasi, Doc Gia season yung doktor namin sa school.
Gago. Ano yung family doctor? Visit kayo. Alam mo, wala eh. Kayo na mag-usap. Kayo na lang.
Nagtampo na siya.
Kayo na mag-usap. Sige na. Okay lang. I-mute ko to.
Yeah.
Sakit ng pangako.
Doc
Hindi
G
na
has
favored, ah.
Love you.
Yan yung sagot namin. Next burning question.
Mag-move on tayo. Mag-move on.
Ikaw, Doc G. Sino sa'yo?
Idol ko? Ako!
That's right.
Self-empowered woman.
Joke lang. Idol ko. Idol ko yung dean namin dati. Yan.
Next.
Pero yung dean namin. So UST sa mga taga-uste, basta mga dean. Tsaka may
Dean
bago po kami rector. Di ba? Partner
Friend mo yan, di ba?
Friend ko po yung bago.
Ang feeling close po niya kasi nung nakita sila.
Ang kalat na nito.
Bakit?
Sige,
Ano nangyari?
Baka mabaan ka na sa UST.
Hello.
Happy po ako na kayo po yung rector.
Next question na ba?
Next question na tayo.
Go.
Next question.
Sorry.
Di sila muna, baka gusto nila sumagot.
Ay, kayo. Yeah.
Oo.
Kayo, who inspired you when you were in college?
Oo. Yung pusa.
Kami ba?
Gusto ata sumagot nung cat.
Ringtone niya, no?
Madalas ako magwalwal nung college, so it's just, I'm just,
So si Doc G din yung ano mo.
Sige.
Mga ano kami,
Talaga.
mga ano, Gia natin, Laguna chapter.
Tuloy nyo yan. Sige, maganda yan. Maganda.
Guys! Hindi na kasi si Doc G.
si Doc
Sige,
G.
sige na next.
God bless.
Next na.
Yan, alat. Yan. Ako dati, when I was super young, like a baby, yung nilook up ko talaga si Pino. Kasi,
Sino?
Sabihin na dati.
so, ang idol ko sa kakalatan is si Vino. Yun. Thank you for your question.
Hindi ba Gia season ka din?
Nananadya na yun.
Baliktad.
Other side. Yeah.
Okay.
Next burning question.
Next question. This one naman is very interesting. It has nothing to do with Doc G. So,
Sure ka ba?
okay. So the question is from Yoshi Airy from Ewan using the hashtag burning questions. Di ko alam kung saan niya ito nilagay. Basta nandito na siya sa listahan namin. Anyway, the question is, how would you know if you're ready for a relationship?
You
Wow.
won't know. Sa akin,
Ako
you
rin.
won't know. Hindi kasi,
Ako rin.
kung hindi mo bet yung tao, hindi ka magiging ready. Pero kung bet mo yung tao, kahit hindi ka pa ready, gugustuhin mo maging ready.
Ay, oo. Ay,
Ay, ang
Diba?
ganda doon.
Kasi
Is
di
this
ba?
speaking from experience?
Next question from Sir.
Follow friend.
Pero
Kasi
totoo
diba,
yan.
pag gusto mo isang tao, ipipilit mo talaga di ba?
actually.
Gagawa ka ng paraan para maging kayo.
Saka parang the more you find, the more ka maghanap ng right time, the more mo lang siya dine-delay into
Totoo.
something. Minsan kasi you just have to take the risk of getting into a relationship. Yun, kasi parang kung masyadong scripted, parang
Kung parang
Right.
ano na din, kung parang sobrang tagal na, tapos parang hindi ka pa ready, tanongin mo yung sarili mo, baka hindi mo naman talaga gusto yung tao. Or baka ayaw mo naman talaga dun sa relationship na yun. Diba?
tsaka wag kayong paasa. No to pag-asa. Yes to pag-asa.
Galing
Yes.
yan.
Yes, season 4 pag-asa director.
Hindi, alam ko na ano siya.
Ano ba yun?
GS Season, pwede Secretary ng Department of National Defense.
Kasi di ba, parang protect
Defensive.
your feelings also kung
Secretary of National Defensive?
defensive
Defense.
feelings.
Kasi puro defense.
But yes, I agree with Doc Gia. Protect your feelings. Very, very important.
Yeah, if
And dapat
Huwag mo
protected lagi. Protected lagi.
Sino?
Vino, nakakaloka si Vino.
Hindi kasi di ba, pinopromote din
Maaga
natin
pa.
hindi pinopromote din natin ang reproductive health, di ba? Kasi di ba, kung yung feelings mo, yung emotional naman na aspect ng health mo, dapat mo protektahan. Syempre dapat protektahan mo din yung physical na ano mo, di ba?
Sabi nga nila, if you cannot be good, be safe.
Oo.
Yung sa galing.
Point rin pala si Tino, no? Ngayon ko lang na-realize, mga 47 minutes in. Sige, okay.
Nag-essential oils na siya. Ano ba yung inaamoy mo? Ano yan?
Pampakalma to kasi masyado triggered tonight.
Iganto mo. Pamain-main na lang po.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next question. All right. This next question is actually directed kay Sir Renz. This one is from Jiggy Aboy. What's your advice for people who want to study abroad? What's step number 1?
Ay, ang serious nung question. Parang hindi pang Walwal Sesh. Parang wrong platform. Hindi, pero
Sige. Mag-essential lang.
So, Jiggy, start where, of course, try to know the program that you want first. Kasi, mas maganda mag-start ka doon. Rather than, ako kasi before parang sabi ko, ay gusto ko mag-aral sa UK, ganyan. Tapos, wala dun yung gusto kong program. So, medyo mahirap. So, start with your program. Tapos, hanap ka ng school na may magandang program or nag-offer ng program na yan. Try to research din ano yung klase ng mga work na ginagawa nila doon, paano yung curriculum, kaya mo ba siya, ganun. And then after that, yes, usually for schools abroad, they would require you to find a research advisor. So pag nagustuhan mo na yung school na yun, contact the faculty, reach out to them kung pwede ka nilang tanggapin as their advisee. And then from there, re-recommend na nila for you to apply. So I think the first step really is know your program and then which school actually offers the best program. Hindi yung parang maganda mag-aral sa Harvard and then go ka na agad sa Harvard, di ba? Hindi dapat ganun. Kasi baka yung gusto mong program, hindi naman bagay dun or walang magandang program yung school na yun sa gusto mo, di ba? Yeah.
So, dapat research muna.
Do your
muna.
research. Or baka
Do
dahil
your
nandun yung passion mo, di ba? Sunod ka naman dun. Wag naman ganun. Know your priorities.
Yeah. I think I think it's also important, just to follow up on that, what your intention is after. Like, for example, I want to study abroad because mas maganda yung hiring prospects dito sa Manila if I have a better degree. Or if, for example, I want to study abroad because I want to work abroad. And yeah, I think it depends on also what people are looking to hire in. I feel like it's very important because there was this period in time where everyone was pushed into nursing by their parents. You remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
After that, saturation of the entire thing. So like not a lot of people were actually working towards their potential. Like a lot of people underemployed also. Like I had siguro mga 5 na pipinsan na maganda yung mga degree nila, maganda yung mga pinag-aralan nila, pero at the end, wala rin silang mahanap na trabaho because, well, yun, it was oversaturated. Umalis na si Vino. I feel like
CR lang po siya. Nag-CR lang siya.
it's important rin. To what your end goal is. Although, speaking of workplaces naman, there's a person on the Walwal Sesh podcast Facebook Live who's saying, si Z Elizalde Montenegro, who's asking about your workplace naman. So for example, sa workplace, what if yung manager mo ay toxic? How do you handle that?
Pinaibad ka na naman.
Triggered na naman.
Yeah.
Doc G, ikaw sumagot. As an occupational medicine doctor?
Alam mo, mahirap talaga yan eh. Mahirap yung tanong mo. Kasi katabaho mo siya, kasama mo siya sa isang place, tapos siya yung toxic. I think it's important also to find a support group within your workplace that understands. Pero ako kasi, ito lang yung principle ko sa trabaho. Trabaho lang. As much as possible, I really don't. Para alam mo yun, parang the more kasi you get into closeness, dun nagsa-start yung yung conflicts. So, basta.
Separate lang yung personal from professional talaga.
Yeah.
It's hard eh.
Separation of church and state.
In fact, we have a question from Freddie Marcolombos. When to quit your job? Yan yung tanong mo.
Damn!
Kapag may backup job ka na.
I feel like the time is
diba?
When should I quit my job? Quit ka na, sis. Joke lang.
Pero diba?
Dapat kasi practical ka din. I mean, hindi ka naman pwede mag-quit lang agad-agad. Dapat may backup plan ka na agad.
Yes,
diba?
yes, that's true. On a practical side, kailangan may backup ka. But if things really get into you na, nakaka-apekto na siya sa'yo, I mean, talagang literal, hindi ka na maka-function.
Nauubos ka lang.
Think about it na rin. So, that's a big factor kasi sa sa workplace. Yung relationship mo with your workmates, that's very important. And, eto communication matters. Please treat your workplace as team effort. Hindi yung sa'yo lang lahat ang gagawin. That others feel that they have no role sa isang workplace. Personally, that's my number one, yan yung number one issue ko. Sa isang workplace, sana ini-involve ninyo lahat. Hindi yung sa'yo lang lahat, sinusola mo lahat. Communicate nyo naman sa team kung ano yung nangyayari. Okay? Yan message ko yan talaga.
May hugot ba yan? May pinagdadaanan ka ba ngayon?
Meron.
Are you okay? Can I
Magulat
change
na ako.
the topic?
Yung topic.
Dyan.
Parang,
Papa Rod, sa BP, Papa Rod.
Init ng ulo eh.
Kala pa ko na essential oil. Meron din ako somewhere here. But yes, let's change the topic.
Next question.
Okay. Next question is from Shai Abrera. And she's asking, or she says, I'm a 16-year-old girl and I feel like my crush po ako na girl din. How do I know if I'm a lesbian, bi, or just currently experiencing a phase?
Oh, pinag-usapan natin yan, partner, di ba?
I'll address muna yung phase part. I think it's, when we talk about sexuality kasi, we try to avoid making it just a phase, di ba? Maybe you're in the process of discovering your own identity. Dun sa part ng are you a lesbian or bi, that would be for you to decide on how you would identify yourself, di ba? Pero I don't think it's just a phase. If you're like a girl, there's nothing wrong with that, di ba? If you're a girl and you like another girl, there's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Ang importante, you're being true to yourself. You're being honest with your emotions, di ba? And kung if you want to label yourself lesbian or bi, eventually you'll come to the point wherein you would be able to really, kasi 16 naman is really a time of discovery. Di
Yeah,
ba?
that's so young. That's so young.
Yeah.
Eventually, you don't have to box yourself with these labels. Allow yourself to explore, di ba?
Exactly.
Saka di ba, napag-usapan din natin, Sir Renz, Talk G before, yung about sa identity crisis. Like, may phase talaga na parang, as in, ang dami, like hindi lang sa sexuality, di ba? Madaming issues na tinatakal yung identity crisis na mapapaisip ka talaga sa mga life choices, sa personal mo, personality mo, di ba?
Yep.
And it might be like cheesy, medyo cheesy lang pakinggan. Pero you know what? We all live, we all love. Walwal.
I agree.
Diba? And love is love, dude. Like, it doesn't really matter
True.
if you find yourself attracted to a girl, a boy, someone who identifies as something else in between. It doesn't really matter because it's wala eh, ganun eh. Ganun talaga. That's it.
Tumibok yung puso mo eh.
Diba? Exactly. Diba?
Tsaka feelings yan. It's feelings yan.
I think it's really more of a matter of being honest with yourself, I suppose. Because if you have internalized homophobia, ganon, edi it really gets in the way of you getting to know yourself. You know what I mean? And I suppose the person that you are today is not the same person that you were 2 months ago, is not the same person that you were a year ago. And I feel like we're constantly learning things about ourselves. Like, to just make it so simple. Like, for example, today I found out that I like pistachio nuts. You know, I didn't know that a year ago. I didn't know that 2 years ago. And I feel like there are certain things that you really only learn about yourself when you, as time goes on. So as long as you don't bully yourself for learning new things about yourself, then I think it's all right. Tama rin yung
Sabi nga
sinabi
niya,
ni
no?
Sir Renz kanina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sabi nga ni Nietzsche, Francisco, love without pretending. I think that's important. Ganda.
Ganda nun. Teka lang. Ako rin.
Buhay na nila yan. Sige na.
Wait lang.
Nag-agawan
Love without pretending.
Diba?
And pretend without love. Ano daw?
Ano ba? Okay, so thank you so
Sabi ni Tyron, ilan mo na daw yung 4 seasons. Masama daw epekto sa'yo.
Hindi, wala.
Baka kanina.
Thank you, sponsor. Thanks.
Sponsored ba yung 4 seasons mo? last week ko pa iniinom yan eh.
Nakaka-touch naman itong mga viewers natin, si Byron sa niya. Ano po pinagdadaanan nyo tonight, Doc G? At tignan nyo na po yung 4 seasons sa masama yung effect. Okay na, meron pong calming effect.
Parang hindi ka nagiging calm sa iniinom mo.
Hindi kasi nakaka-trigger yung question. Uy, nanonood si boss.
Ay, hi,
Shout out kay
boss.
Ronster.
Hi, Ron.
Uy, baka may memo. May memo after to.
Date na tayo dyan, boss.
Last na daw.
Wala tayo lahat na.
Last na natin to.
Grabe.
So, sige, move on
Guys,
tayo.
first time guesting namin Guess lang kami. Paalala ko.
Nadamay pa kayo, no?
Wait. Kami kasama
nila sa Podcast Network Asia. Tapos galing sila dahil sa atin.
Tsaka thank you sa ano. Thank you po pinadala ni James.
Gumuhit yun na.
Ay, ako.
Ano ba? Behave. Ganda ng bangko.
Kasi nanonood si Rod kasi baka bigla tayo ikat.
Next, burning question na tayo. Last time wala ng trabaho.
All right. So we have another question on our list naman that has to do with studies and that sort of thing. This one is from Tracy Bueno asking, gusto ko po sana mag-masters pero mababa po kasi jiwa ko nung college. Is there a way for me to pursue further studies?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
ba? There are some schools kasi na ang parang minimum requirement for masters is a 2.0 or 885 or a B, I think. Pero there are some naman na walang grade or minimum jiwa na nire-require. So if you really want to go to grad school, then look for a school that may accept you kahit hindi abot yung jiwa minimum nila. And some even accept you kahit na hindi mo abot. Parang you're on probation and then but they do accept you pa din naman. So pwede.
You know what? I really love that. Some really accept you kahit hindi mo abot.
Saan nanggaling yung abot?
Ano bang Jam? Ano pinagdadaanan natin, Jam?
Are you okay?
Ano bang inaabot?
Ano yung inaabot?
Nawa ko ni Doc G.
Ano bang inaabot mo dyan?
Ay nako.
Love life talaga to si Boss eh. Watching my fiancé, Noreen Claire Lem Legaspi.
Hello,
Lahat tayo, nasa entourage tayo pag kinasal si Ron.
Yeah.
In-invite ang sarili.
Iko-cover natin yung wedding.
Live from Timbahan.
Hindi naman invited.
Ay, nako.
Sabagay, kasama ka daw.
Ito pa. Totoo, can I read one question also? So, we have...
Naku, hindi sa amin galing yan, ha? Hindi kami ni-Sir ha?
So this is our last guesting here. Thank you.
Hindi, Jam. Next episode, kayong dalawa na kasama namin. Wala na si Doc G. Nag-resign kasi.
Uy, alam niyo daw kung sino ako nagtatrabaho. Huwag niyo akong ganyan.
Tsaka akala ko family tayo, so may ganon.
Ay, nga pala. We're all in this together.
De, mahal ka namin, Doc G. Mahal ka namin. Ano lang to. Binibido ka lang.
So, burning question na tayo para baka magalit si Doc G.
Ano na yung tanong mo, Doc G? Ano yung tanong mo?
Kasi may nagtanong dito from Sheila. How to emotionally recover when your ex has moved on too fast? Yun. Nag-split sila, tapos nakapag-move on yung ex, tapos siya, I think, she just, parang nandun pa rin siya sa, hurt pa rin siya. So, how do you move on? Kasi pacing yan, di ba? I mean, everyone moves on. It's a pace. So, what's your take on that?
Hindi naman yung competition, di ba?
Oo.
It's
Tsaka hindi naman dapat yung pag-move on mo sa ex mo. Kasi ex mo na nga siya, di ba?
True.
Okay.
Pero siguro, I think she's coming from a context na bakit ang dali mo mag-move on? Here I am. I'm hurting. Tapos ikaw, okay ka lang.
Minahal mo ba talaga ako?
Minahal mo ba talaga ako? Yes.
Diba?
Yun eh.
Kasi...
Yun yung tanong eh. Minahal mo ba talaga ako?
Bakit ang bilis mo kung pinalimutan?
Baka naman kasi nung mahal ka niya o nung kayo pa, may iba na siyang mahal. Kaya mabilis siyang move on.
Or
diba?
hindi ka na niya mahal nung pala. Tapos natagalan lang yung break. Diba? Baka ganun.
Pero may mga tao talaga mabilis mag-move on na.
Yes,
pero
yung isang iyak lang, tapos na, wala na.
Ay, ang bilis.
Oo, diba? Parang tinulog lang niya, pagising niya, okay na siya, ganun.
Ano yung kanta niya, Ano yun? Parang one last cry. May iba kasi, parang isang big time bagsak. Okay na. But we have to realize that we all cope in different ways.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, I think that's one. Having another one is also one. Kasi, baka nga ka. But, I think when you split up, it's a matter of taking care also of yourself na. Kasi
I
some
agree.
Yeah.
some good things never last.
Dok!
Paamoy
Dok,
mo
are
naman.
you okay?
Paamoy mo naman sa amin, Doc G. Paamoy.
Parang looking
Ganun,
off
ganun,
into
ganun.
into the distance habang nag-inhale ng, diba? Parang ang lalim ng iniisip,
Parang gusto ko yung effect ng hini-feel mo.
diba?
Parang gusto na niyang ipasok sa ilong yung buong ano eh.
But I agree with what Doc G said. You know,
Diba?
you do have to love yourself, and actually this would be the perfect time. I mean, kung feeling mo na pag-iwanan ka, di naiwanan ka na pala, ano, mag-aantay ka pa? So, alam mo yun,
That's
parang
true. That's true.
just, it's the perfect time for you to focus on yourself. Pwedeng trabaho, pwedeng self-love, self-care, self-improvement, self-actualization, all of that good stuff. Pwedeng get into, I don't know, like find a hobby, diba? And daming pwedeng gawin. And like all that love that, you gave that person is going to go to waste if you keep pining after them. Alam mo namang nag-move on na siya, diba? Tapos pag lumapit siya sa'yo, marupok ka, ganon. Okay. Ay, nako, ang hirap niyan.
Actually, ang ganda ng isang comment from Peter, a friend ni Doc G. Sabi niya, moving on is a personal choice and control, regardless kung minahal ka o hindi. So it's really up to you if mag-move on ka na or hindi. Kasi di ba, may mga taong nag-hold back pa, di ba? Nag-hold pa din sa, di ba? Pero it's a personal choice.
Yeah.
Letting go
Actually,
is a choice.
one of the people commenting, si Sheila is asking, is the 3-month rule fair?
Yako, yan na naman!
Uy, kalma! Uy!
Lahat na lang.
Wait lang.
Ano ba?
Tama na talaga yan.
Taga. Oil break.
Doc, I have Vicks
Parang big
inhaler.
tata yan.
Ano yaman?
Naingit ako. Gusto ko din.
First, guys.
Yes. Oo nga na naman, 3-month rule na yan!
Sheila!
Applicable pa ba yan? Applicable pa ba yung 3-month rule na yan?
Sinong nag-invent
Diba?
ng 3-month rule, by the way? Where did that come from?
Si Popo yan.
Friends.
Just popular.
Popo yan.
Ay, Popo yan ba?
Si Popo si
Ay, Popoy ba siya ba? Sila, 3-month. Sila,
Diba?
tsaka sa friends yata, may nag-share
Friends,
sa, friends rin. Parang unfair. Pero may kasi, parang kung nakapag-move on ka na in a month or two, at kung may minahal ka ng iba, then I think parang I don't know. It's na.
Saka tapos na yung relationship nyo eh. I mean, if
Yeah.
after ng relationship, bigla siya may nakitang nagpatibok ulit ng puso niya, bakit ba niya pipigilan yung sarili niya, di ba? Kung alam naman niya, hindi magiging rebound. Yun yung mahalaga. As long as hindi magiging rebound, yung bad.
Oo.
Okay.
Galing mo, Bino.
Very
Malito.
good.
Kabila.
Kabila yan.
Ang galing
Mali
mo,
na
Bino.
lang. Baliktad
Appear.
niya.
No,
Appear.
Ayan. Parang sampal yung ginawa mo.
So ito, meron tayong tawag. At may question tayo from Nicole. When it comes to making a decision, ano po ba mas dapat i-consider? Yung emotions or yung feelings? Or probably, ano yung dapat na, when you make a decision, how do you make decisions?
Parang pareho lang naman yung emotion at feelings. Baka ang point niya is yung emotions or yung thoughts. Maybe the mind or the heart. Siguro.
Utak or puso.
Utak o puso? Okay. Paano nga ba? If you make a decision, ako kasi parang
Utak.
may saying, di ba? Parang, wait.
Ito na muna. Ito na yung sagot ko dyan. Follow your heart pero let your brain guide it.
Yeah.
Or bring your brain with you.
Pwede bang iwan sa bahay?
Kasi minsan naiiwanan
Baka
natin
na
eh. Sa sobrang feel natin, sometimes, we tend to, yun nga eh, sabi nga nila, there's also this, tama ba to, partner? If you're too emotional, don't make a decision. Or,
Yeah.
don't make a decision if you're too emotional. Kasi,
Whether
Yeah,
you're very
really.
happy or very sad, don't make any decisions. Kasi most probably you're going to make the wrong decision.
So
Yes.
dapat happy ka lang, hindi very happy.
No, hindi very happy.
Sakto lang.
Saks lang.
That's that.
Pero may question tayo dito from Alan Divino. No? I'll read it. This is interesting. Why do we develop emotions for someone based on things about them and not based on getting to know them?
Like, romanticizing a person's image, ganun. Parang hindi ko na-gets yung question ng slide.
Siguro
why do we
I think,
develop?
siguro
Kasi
it's more of
marupok
parang,
ka.
Oo, I agree
or
with
para siguro,
Kasi marupok ka.
Oo, yun yung bottom line.
I agree. Yun
yung bottom
best
line.
answer dyan.
pero okay lang ang maging marupok.
Yes.
Hindi naman masama, di ba?
Hindi
And I
naman
think
yata.
doon naman, di ba doon naman nagsa-start yun usually, yung parang you start liking them because of how they are. And then eventually, as you know them, either mas nagugustuhan mo sila or the other way around. Di ba?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yung iba nga eh, kahit may red flags, gusto pa din nila eh, di ba?
True.
Baka colorblind.
Oh, baka
Hindi
color
nakita na red.
Oh, baka color green.
Ala, go.
White flag
Ay,
pala.
favorite color mo.
Ano daw? Ano daw?
Gusto niya ng red flag. So, yeah. Yun. Pero personally, hindi, okay lang.
Go.
Go ahead.
Personally, going back to that, yung parang making decisions with your heart or your mind, I think while it's important to make your decisions not when you're too emotional, I think there's also a danger of making decisions when you're too logical. Tapos mamaya regret mo yun. Promise. Kasi you didn't take into account your emotions.
True.
Yun rin.
It's a balance of
Parang-
both, I guess. No?
Parang balance, pero hindi talaga siya pwede maging 50-50. I think sometimes it's more of the heart, less of the mind. Basta, when you decide,
Pero iba kung sige, go.
go Bino.
Hindi, sige, go.
Sige na.
Hindi,
Go
kasi
na,
diba,
go.
kung magiging technical tayo, di ba, utak talaga, kasi yung emotional center,
Well, yeah.
nasa brain din. So,
Kahit paano mo
technically,
tignan kasi emotions or thoughts are both galing sa brain. So,
Yeah.
dugo lang naman ang galing sa puso mo eh.
May gut feel phenomenon yan si partner.
hindi sa akin galing.
Ano yung gut feel phenomenon na yun?
Yung galing dito, tapos galing.
Intuition. Ganun.
Guys, hindi ko na-get.
Hey,
Sorry, Jam, hindi ko din get. Matawa lang ako sa bangkay at Doc G.
sige pa.
Kalat!
Bakit ba hindi nauubos yan?
Grabe, ang kalat.
Alam mo, parang automatic na nag-refill yung 4 seasons si Doc G.
Oo eh.
Ba't hindi na ubos?
Parang hindi nauubos yan. Kanina pa last week pa yung nasa
Walwal
last
Sesh
week.
merch.
Lapit pa yan, ganyan na ganyan.
Walwal Sesh merch. It's like a tumbler that's self-refilling. Tapos yung essential oils ni Doc G.
True.
Uy, sumagot si Boss Rondon, sabi niya watch out soon for merch.
Merch.
Inabahan din ako na nabasa ko yung watch out soon eh. Buti binasa ko yung reply niya ng maayos.
Akala ko yung wedding yung watch out soon eh.
Uy, pwede din.
Pwede din. So, any more questions, Jam, Daps?
I think mostly my question is, how do we help the frontline feeders?
Good question. Good question.
Napakahusay.
We have to flash how they can help frontline feeders.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. So again, you guys can donate to our frontline feeders through PayMaya or via your debit or credit card. Just select from the amount that you want to donate, anywhere between 50 pesos to a maximum of 10,000 pesos. Add the amount to the basket and click checkout. Again, ulitin ko, hindi lang to para sa PayMaya. Pwede rin naman kung may credit card and may debit card ka.
Yeah. But this is, of course, a project of Podcast Network Asia in partnership with Maya and hashtag Podcast United to feed our front line. And they not only mobilize food distribution to people in the medical sector, fighting on the front lines, but also they support their farmers, local restaurants, NGOs, that sort of thing. Meron kaming script.
That's right.
Kaya pala.
Yeah.
So us naman, we'd like to thank the LOKAS, Jam, Daps. Thanks for joining us tonight.
Yeah, please
for having
invite them to our
us.
podcast.
So
Sana
looking
nag-enjoy
forward
kayo.
Sana nag-enjoy kayo.
Yung podcast namin.
Actually,
Looking
kasama pa
forward
natin sila
to-
next week, di ba? Di ba, Sir Renz?
Ano yan? Sorry,
Kasama pa
nagbabasa ko ng message.
Kasama pa natin sila next week, di ba? Sila.
Oo, balita ko kasama silang dalawa ulit next week eh. Si Doc G
Yeah,
kasi wala
kasama
na next
sila.
week. So, kailangan mo ng kapalit.
Wow, why you make Doc G away?
Ay,
Love you. Baby girl namin yan, baby girl.
Baby G.
galit na siya.
Love you.
Pero thank you, Jam and Dapsky, for joining us tonight. So, we're nag-enjoy kami sa inyong
Thank you.
dalawa.
And don't forget also to listen to LOKAS. Sobrang ano. So again, all the rest of the podcast in Podcast Network Asia, don't forget to listen. We're on Spotify and Apple. So again, thank you and see you again next Saturday, 8 p.m. on
Yeah.
Facebook.
Baka gusto nila i-plug yung ano nila.
Yeah. When do you release
Jam,
your
Daps.
episodes sa podcast?
Yeah. Actually, we set up some social media, pero since wala kaming extra phone, nawala yung Twitter namin. But you can join Dapsky and I online. So for me, it's at Fruit Preserve. That's FRUIT Preserve, kasi Jam. And then for Dapsky, it's _Dapsky. That's DAPSKY.
That's right. Thank you very much for doing that for me, Jam. You're the best. And thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you very much, Doc Gia, Sir Renz, Vino, for having us. It's been real. Parang ang tagal nang hindi sumasakit na mukha ko ng ganon, ha?
Ako din, ang sakit.
Sakit na eh.
Saka thank you for bringing up kasi nakaka-help yung venting. So thank you again. So again, see you next
May script, so.
So see you next ganon. hanggang sa pinaka-end talagang may bashing.
Maghahanta si Doc G mamaya sa Twitter.
Favorite ko na itong episode na to.
Mga 11 p.m. meron akong iti-tweet. May mga parinig tweets.
Hala!
Akala ko ba communicate, hindi dapat pinaparinig.
Di ba nga huwag magsasubtweet?
Oo.
Let's see.
Let's see, magkakaginaw na tayo lahat. So, magkakaginaw yung apat dun sa tweet niya.
So again, thank you guys.
Thank you,
And
thank
stay safe,
you.
yeah? Stay safe, guys. See you again next Saturday, 8 p.m. Thanks.
Bye-bye. Hindi ka ba tayo nakapost na ganito? Habi, no?
Dapat kumpletuhin nila sa baba.
Ganun kayo.
Wait, let me
Figure out. Pag ganyan. Ay, shucks. Paano yan?
Baliktad.
Yeah, the other way.
How do you do it the other way? Wait, this way?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yun.
Hindi ko lang kung may nagpapang picture pero. Okay. Wow, this is so much fun. Thank you, girls.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you, everybody. Have a
Next
safe-
time
Thank
ulit.
you, followers. And yung mga pinadala ng cool pals, maraming salamat. Start na sila 9 p.m.
Okay, thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Walang ending.
Bigla na lang nawala.
Kinat pa tayo.
Let's try to direct.